here we go. Look, we're in a. I think we're in a not real state. So. Oh, good. You're awake. Where am I? Who are you? You don't know who I am, but I know you. You are the magician hired by Moses to replace Hattie, aren't you? Am I? What does that mean? My head hurts like hell, and it seems like I have once again woken up somewhere unfamiliar. This sure seems to happen to me a lot. What's the last thing you remember? It was 7 p.m. The big top was about to open, and then Chip came over to show me something, a hammer or a mallet. A hammer? I know the hammer. It was 7 p.m. for me, too. I was in the train. Someone was hiding in the shadows. An attacker? Could it be the same person? Did they get us here? The attacker pulled out a hammer. I fell. When I fell, I shattered the trophy, the blue one in the shape of a star. You broke the trophy, but something's not right. We don't have action points now. The trophy, yes. Something's wrong with the trophy. When I saw it earlier today, before 7 p.m., it was already broken. How could you have broken it? No, the trophy was intact before it was attacked. It must be because... Yes, that must be it. The glass shards I saw were the trophy you had broken, but I only ever saw it after you had broken it. But how could that be possible? You said it's 7 p.m., right? I just had the attack just happened. 7 o'clock on which day? What do you mean, on which day? On which day did you break the trophy? Oh. Hattie died this Monday, didn't she? Yes, it's Sunday for me. That's the last day of the performance. Moses said they were leaving tonight. Must be sometime before Sunday for you. What day is it? I'm not... Something that was puzzling me before finally comes to the front of my mind. I think I know. You do? Yes, that must be right. The two people that sat in front of me, they said... How did you even know she's back? You see her or something? Yeah, I was here last night. I was here 3 nights in a row. They always do the same thing. Start introducing everyone here. The day before yesterday, she didn't show up, so I thought she was still missing. But then bam, the last start of the show yesterday, she shows up right out of nowhere. Scared the hell out of me and everyone else. That couldn't have been Hattie, obviously. The only reason they brought Hattie back on stage was you. But that wasn't me. It was someone ambushed me in the train. It was a trap. The letter they sent me. Yeah, but think about the reason. Why attack you? To take over my identity. Take over my identity because they had Hattie's costume? That's it. And you didn't just have Hattie's costume, you had the mask too, a perfect disguise. What do you mean? Outsiders who didn't know Hattie was dead will see you as Hattie at the same time. That's right, the people in the circus will see someone in the dress and the mask as Jackie. Exactly, it's a double disguise. It was a genius move. You kind of gave them a flawless opportunity. Hey. Yeah, I did. So, it's Sunday already. But then what happened to me? I didn't die, did I? Unconsciously, I feel my pulse speeding up. Blood is rushing to my head, like I'm facing off against my biggest enemy. No, not the killer. My biggest enemy has always been truth. That's just out of reach. It's so close I can feel the heat of it at my fingertips. After the attacker knocked me out, where did I go? What? Who? Wait, who's talking here? I'm confused. Who's talking here? Wait, what? Where did I... What? Let me look at the log. Okay, after the attacker knocked me out, where did I go? Where did she go? We don't have any places here. What are these anyway? I'll just pick something. No, that's not, that has nothing to do with it. Oh, we're getting, oh, it's health. It's like health. It's going off Phoenix, right? Yeah, it is. I'm confused.
I have a feeling some bad stuff is about to go down.
Where did I go? No, that has nothing to do with it. Where was Jackie today? Think about what it would have been like. What? Am I not understanding what they're asking me? Like, we don't have places here. Where did I go? I guess you could have gone to somebody. It did seem odd. I don't understand what you're asking me. Am I not understanding the question? After the attacker knocked me out, where did I go? She's not the one that's dead, is she? No, she's not. There's no mask there. I don't know. I don't know what they're asking me. I don't know I don't even know what the question is. After the attacker knocked me out, where did I go? It says, where did I go? You didn't go anywhere. You were knocked out. What happened last night? The attacker took the costume she was wearing. I mean, I could say knife throwing act. She became the horse. She bit on the thing. I don't know the answer to this. Like, it's trying to give me hints and like this isn't part of this wasn't part of anything that I investigated. Was it? Well, I have a certain amount of health. What happens when I run out? Do I die? Do I have to restart? What the heck? Well, we have a save file, so it doesn't really matter that much. We'll just say knife throwing act. Still not right. Would the attack have left any remaining injury or remaining effects? What? No! No, this doesn't make sense. No, it doesn't. This doesn't make sense at all. The attacker needed Hattie's costume, so the clothes were taken off her back. This is not the question that you... This isn't the question that you asked me, though. And the impact trauma from the hammer or mallet caused the amnesia. The so-called mind reading, why someone so conveniently appeared when no one outside of the circus was supposed to know about Hattie's death, why Moses thought I was late. Okay, I don't understand. Wait, but what about the letter? The letter from Hattie, where did it come from? It had her signature on it, didn't it? I can explain that. Okay, what? Okay, I'm still not understanding what's going on. How could that happen? The trick? It was a trick? I felt something inside me snap. Why do I keep getting things wrong over and over again? Maybe I'm not equipped for job. Maybe Ruth's right. All the head trauma left me incapacitated. Or maybe I just been playing detective in my own world. What's really going on with the case? Perhaps I just need a little rest. A little more time. Can't be expected. I'm just tired. I'll start over again when I'm ready. That's what I tell myself before I feel the fight leave my body and then darkness pulls me in. So I die? I die. Okay. That's a death there. Oh, nice. What is happening? Oh, okay. It's loading autosaves. Okay. What's the question here? Okay, now I pick the shattered trophy, right? I got all these right, apparently. Like I was following it up until this point. Uh-oh, I accidentally sped it up. How do I make it not be sped up? I hit the space bar. Okay. Oh, crap. How do I explain that? How do I explain that? The circus flyer. Oh, it's got her. Isn't it signed by her? It's signed by her. I found a signed flyer in the motel room. I got the flyer so I could copy her signature and forge the letter. What? I'm still confused. I remember now, there was a typewriter in my room too. So there was nothing wrong with in the circus? Hetty didn't know what was going to happen to her? If I didn't write that, why would Moses ever agree to let someone into the circus? Yeah, why? Why did I have to become Jackie? What is happening?
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills!
I do. We've gone all through this, and like, what is happening? Why did she have to become
Fucking
Jackie?
thing sucks!
Well, we don't know what happened yet. We're still trying to figure this out. To reveal the trick? Maybe we were trying to figure out the trick? I don't know. I don't know. Can I save it now? I can. Because of the murder? No, that's not right. That doesn't explain why it was necessary to don the disguise. No. What's the difference between a detective and a magician? It's clear now. It's the difference between an outsider and one of their... Oh, because of church... Because of... I almost put circus secrets. Okay. Ruth must have told me the same thing about carnies being guarded to outsiders. So... I think I was Jackie. I think the detective and Jackie were the same people. That's what I'm thinking is happening. I could never resist a chance to go undercover and to stir things up. It was a good plan, and of course, there were plans to reveal Jackie's identity eventually. Only I didn't see the attack coming. And the amnesia. So what now? She's not here. Well, in a way, she is here, but she doesn't exist. I am Jackie. Yeah, see, we didn't do it. We just were Jackie. Oh, now we're sorting events in chronological order. We still don't know who did it, but... Okay, well, she obviously died. She got murdered first. Let me get called about the thing. We show up at the hotel room. I don't know what this is. We write the letter. I don't quite understand what this mallet thing is. Is this when we wake up? The little maybe it's not there. Maybe yeah, it is here. And let me dress up as Jackie. Let me say, wait, what's this one? What the hell are these? Is it? Then we get hit over the head, and then this happens, and then this happens, and then this, and then this. Like that? Oh, it's gonna tell us what's right. Oh, that's nice. Bam! First try, baby! Those ones didn't make a huge amount of sense. Let me get a call. Let me show up. We write the letter. Then we put on makeup. Then we show up. Then we get bashed over the head. Trophy drops. We wake up. And then this. Okay. This is like I know you're secret imposter looking for me. Come to train. But now we're solving the case now. But if that was me, Jones, Jackie, all me, then who was Hattie? Who was the Hattie I saw at the Calliope? Same person that ambushed me in the train car. It was a hallucination. Moses found someone else to act as Hattie. Oh, it must be the same person that ambushed me in the train car. I didn't even remember that I saw somebody. I forgot that I saw somebody. The clues were all in the costume. The Hattie I saw was wearing the same costume that Jackie was wearing, including the boots and the mask. The boots were Elise's new adjustments, and the mask was mine. No way anyone would just have a copy of those lying around. No, they were taken directly from me. And that's why I woke up half naked today. It wasn't because it was a robber looking for money, or because of some kind of evil plot. They did it specifically for the clothes I was wearing and the identity I'd assumed. Whoever puts on this costume and this mask shall become the magician known as the Amazing Hattie. So, this attacker is probably the killer. It's probably the one who killed Hattie. I can't be completely sure yet, but all the signs point to the same perpetrator committing both crimes. I mean, the note itself even said, looking for me. The logic works, and as I told Moses earlier, if the killer had a reason to get Hattie out of the way, that would be a reason to strike against the replacement too. My vision is beginning to narrow. The image of my opponent is becoming clearer and clearer. I can see the shadows coming alive before my eyes. Oh man. If they could wear Hattie's outfit, then that narrows it down pretty, to Elise, I think. If it's somebody in the crew, it's her. I feel like. It could also be Echo. I feel like we've eliminated that as an option, but I suppose it could be. Who am I? I think it's time to come to a conclusion to answer the last question. Who killed the amazing Hattie? I mean, see, now I have to make a decision here. Like, the only person I didn't, I think it was I think everything, I feel like there's only two suspects that are even possible. One is Elise and one is Echo. I feel like those are the only two possibilities. Jan, well, I mean, assuming the person was the killer, like, Rolf obviously wouldn't fit in the costume. Moses wouldn't fit in the costume. Chip, I guess, could be. But he didn't really have a motive to do it. You feel Echo's too obvious? Aideen? I don't think she did it. She was with Rolf. I feel like that alibi is pretty solid unless they were in cahoots with each other. Like, the only way that Aideen and Rolf, like, the only way that they did it is Aideen did it is if Rolf was an accomplice to it. So I'm thinking Elise. It's you, isn't it? Do you have anything to say for yourself? The shadow Elise didn't speak. She doesn't even look at me. Are you admitting it then? Why? Why do you think it was me? You think you know everything? I don't know why. I think I know how. How could you have pulled it off? Only 3 people knew the secret behind the knife-throwing act. The 2 performers themselves, Hattie and Aideen, and of course, but also you. In fact, you were the one at the back of the board controlling the knife. You've been the invisible 3rd member of the performance team from the very start. Is there a point to this? The point is that it would have been easy for you to invite Hattie to the storage tent to discuss the act, both as a mechanic and as her collaborator. It wouldn't have been easy to catch her unaware. It would have been easier to catch her unaware and commit the crime. Speculation at best. It works out great for you, doesn't it? Because no one else knew you were so involved in the trick. When they see the scene, they'd all point their fingers at the other public face, Aideen. Why don't you think it was her? I did consider her, but everything else points toward you. You'll see. She bites her lips and croaks. Is that all? Okay, well, I know that. I don't know the when. I don't know the when, and I don't even know the why. I think I know the when. You had the opportunity to do it. I never managed to get your testimony on it, but I think I pieced it together. It was Obsidian's escape. It was Obsidian's escape that allowed her to do it. What does that have to do with anything? She bites her lips and croaks. Is that all? Oh, okay. We didn't get it? Well. I don't know why. Secret romance? We'll go with secret romance. Sure, why not? Oh, we got new stuff. Oh, we got stuff. Oh, all the stuff that was from the, Okay. Okay, we combined our things. Why do you think she did it? I don't know. Oh, I'm not done yet. Alibi, motive, MO. That's only half of the pieces of the puzzle. What more do you want? What I need is a story. What happened? Why did one thing lead to another? Let's start from the beginning. It's Monday afternoon. The circus arrives on Tulgi, and you and the... I don't know the answers to this. Like, I don't know why... My only thing is I've eliminated everybody else. Like, that's the only reason I think she did it. Like, I feel like... She had the opportunity because Rolf wasn't there. She was allegedly asleep. She's the only one that didn't have a motive, right? Which is why I picked the escape. It's Monday afternoon. The circus arrives. You and the crew spend the whole morning setting up, getting the animals settled, putting up the storage tent, moving stuff inside. It's probably 2:30 when Moses tells everyone to break for the day. You got into the room to the back of the stables to rest, as you normally do. Rolf comes and sees you come in. He's busy with his horses. You tell him he's going to take her. And then 3:30 rolls around. Ralph leaves to walk with Aideen. Whether you anticipated that happening or not, you know no one will see you if you leave now. So you leave. You meet Hattie at the storage tent. You must have talked with her in advance, or you had a standing appointment, so she knew to meet you there. You two are doing whatever you do during the rehearsal, and then something happens. Did you know I got a copy of the autopsy report? Well, it oh so helpfully states that the original murder weapon wasn't the throwing knife. You used something else to stab her, and then switched it out for the knife, which tells me two things. One, that it was probably not premeditated, but rather something that happened in the heat of the moment. Okay. The second thing it told me is that you switched it out for a reason, most likely because it was a telltale sign of your identity. Now, the autopsy report said the original murder weapon could have been thicker, duller, narrower, or equal in width, with a longer blade or hiltless. You think I have something like that? I know you have something like that. I've seen it. She laughs a little maniacally. You have, haven't you? More accurately, Jackie has. The scissors. You used your scissors, didn't you? She doesn't say a word. You can deny it all you want, but I bet my paycheck that any sort of test on your scissors will reveal a lot of bloodstains. That's enough. I'll tell you when it's enough. There's another thing I didn't realize until just now. You see, when I first saw the photo, one thing seemed particularly interesting. Neither the room nor the state of Hattie's dress showed any sign of struggle. How did the killer tie her up without a fight? And I had 3 theories as to how the killer did it. A. Hattie was tied to the board before her death. She was tied when she was unconscious. And C. She was tied up voluntarily. At the time, I thought A, the most likely. The blood splatter lines up perfectly with her position. If she wasn't tied to the board when she was stabbed, why would she be standing in front of it with her arms out? But let's look at the other options. B, she was tied when she was unconscious. Those is confirmed. There was no visible head wounds. Guess those were reserved for me, and the autopsy report rules out drugs. C, she was tied up voluntarily, likely in some sort of final test for the knife-throwing act. But then, thanks to the lovely mirror in the room, at that angle, I figured out the board in the room wasn't the one you actually used for the trick, was it? There was no mechanism at the back, and Hattie knew that, so it couldn't have been practiced. She would have known that was nonsense. You see, I'm not a big fan of novels, especially detective novels. I am one, but I did read some of them just to see what all the fuss was about. And I have to give it to this Doyle guy. His books are pretty good. One quote has stuck with me for years. Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains, no matter how improbable, must be the truth. Not B, not C, that leaves us with A. If Hattie wasn't tied up, why would she have her arms out like this? And why would you have the scissors on hand? Truthfully, I didn't figure it out until I got my memories back. Good hit, by the way. But then I remembered. I have seen it. I have done it. Can I take some measurements? Can you stand with your back to the shelf over there? Hold your arms straight out to the sides. So here's my story. Tell me if I miss anything. She huffs. You made Hattie's costume when she first came to the circus. For some reason, maybe just because she felt like switching it up. She asked you to take her measurements again. But there's no wall in the tent, so you just asked, just like you asked me to stand against the shelf, you asked her to stand against the board with her arms out. That's when you begin talking and Hattie tells you something that you really, really didn't want to hear. Something comes over you. Oh, it was probably the only thing I can think of she tells her about Aideen. That's my only guess. So I was close, I think, on that one. We didn't get it. We might have to replay it and get it, but she's still standing there nonchalantly like it wasn't a big deal. She's waiting for you to measure her and make her dress. I can't believe we only got one option, though. Just like you've done before. But it isn't just like before. You snap, you reach for the scissors in your utility belt, and strike. She never sees it coming. She tries to scream. You cover her mouth with your hand. She tries to struggle, but you hold her in place. That's when you realize, with the weapon and her pose, everyone is going to know it was you. You panic. Perhaps you know there's no other way this could go, but you pull the scissors out. The blood sprays all over her chest, your clothes, the board. Within seconds, she loses consciousness. Her body starts to slump. The blood patterns left behind clearly show she had her arms outstretched. You look at the board and almost laugh. It's too perfect. That pose would have been peculiar for anything except this knife-throwing prop. All those shows you perform, this act together, without anyone knowing, without anyone seeing you, and you are going to hide behind this board one last time. The idea is perfect. You cannot resist. You tie your arms to the board as she did to Aideen so many times before, and you retrieve a throwing knife. Shouldn't be hard for the mechanic. And stab it back into the wound where the scissors used to be. She has long stopped breathing. You take in the room. No one ever knew you were meeting here. They're all in the dark. Maybe you grab something to change into or to cover yourself, and then you leave the tent, toss your bloody clothing, wipe down the scissors, and carefully make your way back to the back of the stables. Just your luck, Rolf still isn't back yet. He and Aideen got trapped in the rain, and you wait, probably pretending to nap until Echo shows up. Well, do I need to go on after this? Stop. Just stop. I knew from the moment Jackie showed up that something was wrong. Oh, since you mentioned it. Of course, I showed up as Jackie, convinced Moses to let me pretend to be Hattie. Now you have a decision to make. Do you do nothing and watch some stupid stranger parade around in your beloved circus and take the place of your beloved mentor who you murdered? Or do you do something? That's when a plan formed in your head. You wrote the anonymous note. You even had the balls to deliver it yourself, pretending like you didn't know where it came from. You found a hammer that happened to be lying around, the perfect weapon. And then you waited until just before the clock struck 7. You went to Hattie's train car, must have taken the key from her after you killed her, and hid in the shadows until I showed up. We both know the rest. After you knocked me out, you took off the costume that I was wearing, Hattie's costume, and my mask. That's when you found out I was in disguise. You probably tried to figure out what was going on, but I actually looked like what I actually looked like and what I had with me. Maybe you went through my wallet and found my name card. Maybe you didn't. I'm not sure. But the clock was ticking. Hattie was due to appear in the show shortly. So you put on the costume instead, including the mask. You were going to do the show. So you dragged me out. To be lying behind the car, threw away the wallet, but kept the gun. Shit, the gun. You saw my gun. She finally moved. She taps her waist twice and smiles viciously. I do. Oh. Oh no. Whoa. You woke up. Well, we're gonna have to figure out why she did it, I guess, but... What? Chip said you fainted because you were allergic to mallet. That's... No, I just suddenly remembered something. Well, after you pass out cold, he took you back here, but he got to go back to the show. So I'm stuck watching you, she snickers. You say funny things in your sleep. It's like you're in a courthouse or something. So how long was I out? What's going on now? Oh, it's been like 2 hours. Fake Hattie is on stage doing the closing performance now. What? I stand up, but my head is still a little fuzzy, so I stumble. Yon narrows her eyes at me. You are too heavy. If you fall, you're gonna crush me like a pancake. So don't do that, or I'm just gonna dodge and let you hit the ground. I'm fine. If you say so. I don't know how to put this, but I just gesture towards where the noise is coming from. Wow, didn't know you wanted to see the show that much. Shouldn't have fainted. You missed almost everything. Well, then I better not miss this. Fine, I'll take you. This way. You gotta come out from the back or you'll end up right on stage. Alright, alright. The big top is as crowded as it was at the start of the show. Everyone is enamored with the performance, craning their necks to get a better look at the performers. Right in the middle of the spotlight is her, dressed in Hattie's costume, donning the mask and even the wig I wore yesterday. She bows to the crowd. They shower her in a sea of thunderous applause and cheers. The performance is almost over. It seems like I'm a step behind, but I'm not too late, not yet. A step forward and then two, I begin to walk towards the stage. Amidst the celebration, I can see her calm eyes staring back at me as I approach. She knows what I know. She knows why I'm here. And we both know more than one show is coming to an end. Hey, where are you? I don't respond and just keep walking past the front row. Some familiar faces stand near the ring. Seem to realize something is up. Mister! Is that... What is he doing? I think he found out who he's been looking for. You mean that... How can it be? I am now standing just outside of the ring in front of the crowd, face to face with her. The crowd starts whispering frantically. They are clueless. In the middle of the commotion, she moves. Her hand reaches down to her waist, and in a flash, I know what she's doing. Time slows down. 1. It's loud, but I can almost hear the rustling of her dress and the familiar sound of metal. 2. I can feel someone surge forward from the front seats as if trying to pull me away. 3. She aims. I'm not gonna move. I do not move. Like, what? The gun goes off in a flash, but I feel nothing. Instead of a bullet, confetti explodes in the air like a shimmering snow flurry. The crowd cheers. I let out a quick breath. She raises the pistol in the air, a gesture that is even a celebration or a surrender, perhaps both. She bows to the crowd again and then approaches me with purpose. I will see you outside. And it says her name, Elise. Haha! Get wrecked! The gun was fake, apparently, I guess. I feel like I should have known that. 10 o'clock. When I exit the tent, it is pitch black outside. Excited circus audience can be seen flowing out of the tent, chanting and gesturing about the performance they had just seen. I walk further towards the train station to avoid the crowds and await the inevitable. Under the meager light of the starry sky and distant streetlights, I am taking a completely new look at the field. Just like Moses said, all the tents behind the big top are now gone, as if the past 2 days had been a dream. From afar, I see circus workers hustling around, packing up and moving boxes of luggage back to the train. No matter how the big show went, they will be in a new city by dawn tomorrow, starting a whole new cycle of performances. I'm lost in thoughts until I hear soft footsteps behind me. I do not need to turn around to know who it is. It's me. I know it's you. I didn't intend on the dual meaning, but it seems particularly fitting. She finally steps in front of me out of sight from everyone else. She has already changed back to her own outfit. But somehow, when I look at her, I can still feel the eyes behind the mask watching me, as they did last night on the train, as they did when she pulled my gun on me. How did you know? The attack last night when everyone was supposed to be on stage? And the scissors? My memory was a bit hazy, thanks to the head wound, by the way. But once I remembered how you measured me and used the scissors already, well, she doesn't seem surprised or impressed or defeated, but simply nods. Ah. But you weren't really planning on hiding this forever in the first place, am I right? To be honest, I don't know. We are both quiet for a moment. We watch people shuffle around in the distance. Can I ask you something? I imagine you have a lot of questions. I think I've pieced most of it together already, but there's one thing I'd like to hear from you. Why? I didn't get that answer. I think I know why. I don't believe you planned this. Things got out of control, but why? What made you break? I think it was her relationship with Aideen. I think that was a surprise or something. That's my guess. I think I just picked the wrong one. She looks away and ignores my question. When I was younger, long before I ran away to the circus, I lived with my parents. My father was a self-absorbed artist who was angry at everything, including me and my mom and my mother, and always tried her best. She never disagreed, never cried, never fought back when she was supposed to take a hit, never stayed on the ground when she had the energy to stand up. We knew about her stupid father. She baked me sugar cookies when she could, read me bedtime stories, took me to the circus when they were in town. She used to draw things for me too, never on canvas, but on my bedroom ceiling, on the outside of my jacket, on my socks. I never really loved him, but I loved her. And I never really hated him, but I hated her when she left. She shakes her head. I know that makes no sense, but he just was that man. I never knew him to be anything else. It's like being poor, being a girl. There's nothing you can do about it. But her, I thought she cared. And that's unfair, isn't it? I know she wouldn't have left if he wasn't who he was, but I'm broken that way. I've always hated people, good people who abandoned me, far more than I hated bad people who stayed. Okay. If it were me, I'd probably feel the same way. You can't imagine what running away and finding a home here meant to me. I changed my name too because I didn't want the name to give me any more. I didn't want the name they gave me anymore. The circus became my new family, and I was in Wonderland just like Alice. Well, tell them I'm really sorry. I hurt everyone. I know I did. You can't tell them yourself. You can tell them yourself. I will. I don't know what came over me. I'm sure people say that to you all the time, but I still remember it. I've been seeing it in my head all week. She told me to meet her on Monday to bring my kit. She said she had some great news for me. Oh, she was gonna leave. Oh, I don't think we even had that, did we? I thought she wanted me to make her a new costume, since her last one was pretty old. And as I was measuring, she started telling me about her great news. She did want me to make her a new costume for a TV show. What's even better, she said, was that I could take over her job. It's a big opportunity, but I'm sure you can handle it. You're super talented. Don't ever doubt that. Why else would I choose you in the first place? And it all clicked into place. She used me. She planned all this, pretended like she really cared so she wouldn't leave the circus behind without a magician, because that would be unprofessional. Okay, we didn't even have that. I did. Okay. I didn't discover that in my questioning or whatever. The morning of the day my mom left, my father was in a great mood, and he was never in a great mood. That's also why she broke up with Aideen. Because of the TV show. That makes sense too. I don't think we didn't get that, did we? We never got that. We never got the TV show thing. So my mom asked him to take me out of town before we left. She took me aside and asked me if I could try to keep him away for longer because she was trying to prepare a surprise. Turns out she just needed more time to pack up and run away. I'm sorry. I'm sure it was difficult, but she shouldn't have. No, don't say that. She probably should. Hattie, too. I know you are wondering, but did Hattie really plan all that, or am I just seeing shadows where the light isn't? But it doesn't matter now. She's dead, and I killed her. She did nothing wrong. In fact, if I wasn't the way I am, her great news probably would have been great. I don't know what to say. I had reasons, reprimands, consolations, but she has already said all of them for me. Can I ask you a question? Sure. When I pulled the trigger, why didn't you duck? I knew you wouldn't. Well, at least not in the show like that. The circus is your dream, right? It's magic. You might have wanted to kill me under the right circumstances, but I knew you wouldn't ruin everyone's memory of a great show like that. She pauses. She stays motionless, but I can see her lashes flickering slightly. After a few quiet moments, she swallows and chokes out a few words. Thank you for letting me in the show like that. You didn't have to do that. She wipes her eyes harshly, straightens her shoulders, and looks around. For the first time, this young woman, the killer I've been chasing and continuing with for days, appears lost. So what happens now? I'll talk to Moses. He'll probably call the police if he hasn't already. She nods. Okay. She repeats herself numbly. Okay, I'll go with you. 11 o'clock. Mr. Jones. The officers just picked her up. I was told she will stay in their custody until she gets charged. I nod. I have to thank you for your patience and for your assistance with everything. What if we would have picked wrong? Would it just been like, no, you're wrong? Just doing my job, which includes dressing up as a woman and applying for the magician job. Finally, you figured that one out, didn't you? By the way, she told me to return this to you. She slides a silver handgun across the table. Oh, thanks. I almost forgot. Pick up the gun back up, but there's something else stuck to it. A piece of folded paper. This is... She asked me to give this to you. Don't worry, I haven't opened it. What could this possibly be? I unfold the paper. Hey, it's my drawing. It would have flashed the word dingus before deleting all my saves. I had two suspects, and the only one that made sense was Elise, so we got it right. I'm happy I got it right. I'm happy I got that right. We didn't have the why in our list of things. I snuck a look at this before, of course, and now it's finished. The lines and shades are fully rendered, even with a black and white pencil sketch. It could be the hue of the lipstick I was wearing. I cringe and laugh. She's an artist. She probably knows human anatomy more than I thought. I bet she started to suspect something about my identity as she was drawing. Looking at Moses's confused face, I showed the sketch to him. So the gun is really yours. It was really you I was talking to yesterday. Yeah, sorry, my name is John, but my friends do call me Jackie sometimes. I will say, I have never imagined, but you certainly pulled it off. I picked up a thing or two from my friends who works as female impersonators in the Tenderloin. Ah, he clears his throat. I do have one more question. Technically, you are still my employer by the end of the night, so last chance to ask anything you want. If you hadn't been attacked, what were you planning to do when it comes to your time to put on the big magician show? Good question. I shrug. I've been told my detective thing is a neat party trick. The show is kind of like a big party, right? He coughs disapprovingly. Anyway, I figured if my mind-reading trick impressed you, it would impress some people in the audience. So you didn't really have a plan. I prefer to think of it as a calculated improvising. That's what made me think of the disguise, too, and the letter, forging a signature. Learned that from some of my other friends. Well, while I might not understand your reasoning for your methods, I suppose I can't argue with your results. Thank you? I mean, I did get hit on the head. I mean it. Thank you. At least now we can put all this behind us. So I'm guessing you'll be departing for your next stop now. He nods. The first train is departing as we speak. But actually, I asked the performers to hold back for a moment. I wanted to talk to them. Right. It's important to talk about what happened. And what happens next. Yeah, that too. I concur, and then look at him awkwardly. We've covered everything we could possibly talk about, so I guess my work here is done. I'll leave you to it. Wait! If you don't mind, I actually wanted to ask you to stay for this. Is he going to ask me to join the circus? Oh, of course. Are you? Sure? Yes, I hope so. After all, you were a member of our crew, too, for a day. Well then, of course. Good, thank you, Mr. Jones. John? They'll have to take down this tent soon, so come with me. We'll meet the rest of the crew by the field. Okay. It's now it's now almost completely dark outside, save for that. If they ask me, I'll say yes. Because, geez, who hasn't wanted to run away and join the circus? All's quiet. The chill's autumn wind carries over the faint sounds of cicadas buzzing. I look up at the stars in the sky, and we can open a toaster taco cart. The stars in the sky I've never seen clearer. I rush a few steps to catch up with Moses, who's been walking in long strides uncharacteristic of someone his age. The rest of the group is already waiting for him. They look a little surprised to see me here, too, but no one comments. Music changes. Sorry we are late. Maybe we're just gonna have some food. Don't worry about it. I'm sure that you had plenty to deal with. Right. I can see him steel his nerves and face a group with determination. So I'm guessing you have heard. They glance at each other and after a few seconds of silence nod. Thanks to Detective Jones, we were able to identify Elise as the suspect. She's been collected by the police. I also took the chance to speak to them about Hattie. I'm told the remains will be released to a local funeral home, and since she has no remaining family, it's up to us to make a decision over what to do. He looked at Nadine and Echo meaningfully for a moment. If anyone has an opinion about what she might have wanted, you can come speak to me about it in the next few days. Otherwise, I can handle her affairs myself. Groups remain silent. A few of them are stuffed. A few of them appear lost in thought. I know it has been a hard week for all of us. I appreciate all of you for your help as we navigated this tragedy. Hetty was a member of our circus, and I know it's going to take us more than just a single week to mourn her and accept her absence. Not only that, I know it's going to take a long time for us to process the truth behind everything Elise did. I'm not going to serve you empty platitudes. Things may not get easier. I'm sorry, but I actually need to speak to you about another matter. What? He sighs and rubs his brow ridge, looking deeply pained. The rest of the crew looks alarmed. I was actually hoping to, well, there's no point in. I'm afraid there's no good way to say this. Just out with it then. Someone inhales sharply. Rolf hurriedly whispers under his breath. Echo! What? We need to hear it. The sooner the better. You are right. I've been delaying the inevitable, but the truth is, I can't keep the circus running much longer. Everything erupts at once. What? What's that mean? Is it true? But... Moses raises his hand in a wait motion, and everyone shuts up. The truth is, the circus has been in a delicate financial situation for a while. We've been in the black this year, but just barely, and in no small part thanks to crowds coming to see Hattie. But now we've not only lost Hattie, but our mechanic as well. It's been pointed out to me by some of our investors that we have no option other than declare bankruptcy at the end of the season. Chip perks up in the mention of investors and becomes indignant. Do you mean Richard? Because I'll... Moses clicks his cane up to the ground. You will do what, exactly? Chip apparently doesn't have any answers. He ducks his head under the... under the admonishment defeated. Moses' tone softens. Don't be silly. I'm sure you all have questions or suggestions, but honestly, if there's any way, wouldn't you think I haven't thought of it and tried them all 100 times? And please don't feel like there's anything you need to do to help. The responsibility is on me and me alone, and I'm sorry I failed you, all of you. No, don't say that. Yes, it's not your... Some of you I brought into this trade, but all of you still have long journeys ahead. I'm not telling any of you this to make you feel miserable. I just want you to be prepared for what's coming so you can start making your plans. I'll do everything I can to help. He looks into everyone's eyes. If you want to move to another circus, or if you want to settle to perform in a city somewhere, I know some people who might have a few openings. Rolf opens his mouth, but no sound comes out. Moses, though, proceeds as if he knows exactly what Rolf is going to ask. The animals. One reason for closing down now instead of dragging this out when we are deeper in debt. We won't have to sell all of them if you don't want to. Like I said, I know a few places that might be interested and that could take care of them. But if you want to keep any of them besides Obsidian, I'll do my best to help you figure out something. I'll do my best to help you figure something out. Because his Obsidian is his first. But please, consider how much you can afford to take care of them after. I know you, son. Please don't stretch yourself too thin. And Toto, I'll send a letter to your grandmother as soon as possible, or perhaps it's time to go home for a bit. He turns to Jan. I'm mostly worried about you, little bird. It might be a good time to really think about what you want to do with the rest of your life. Luckily, you'll have your sister with you. I know she'll keep you out of trouble, big trouble at least. Nadine laughs, but I can almost hear her choking up. But what are you gonna do after this? He pauses, as if not expecting that question. Me? I'm going to rest. Maybe finally take the retirement I've been talking about. I stand here apologizing. Why am I here? Why am I here? I still don't know why I'm here. I stand here apologizing that I can give any of you a better outcome. I know this isn't what anyone wanted. But you'll still listen to a few words from this old man, who will soon no longer be your boss. The circus has been my life for more than half a century. This has always been a dream, and regardless of what is about to happen, I'm still incredibly glad that I got to build it. That said, those who've been in the industry for a while might notice that attendance has been declining for years. I've never met a fight I backed down from in my life, but sometimes I look at this bright new world with the radio and the television and cinema and wonder maybe time is just not on our side right anymore. Perhaps it's just me getting old and nostalgic. There's not enough gas left in me to lead this fight again. You still have decades ahead of you, and who knows how things will go. If I can take this as a chance to leave, maybe You should all think about it too. He laughs. Again, why am I here? Honestly, I'm not sure why I'm not sure why I'm keeping you listening to me rambling on about this. Perhaps I'm just tired. Perhaps I'm just swayed by my own failure. Forget it. Who am I to say where you should go? You folks can do whatever you want. Man, I thought he was going to ask me to join the circus. Perhaps the sight of Moses downing himself is so foreign, no one knows how to respond for a while. Surprisingly, it's Rolf who speaks first. We will. Think about it, I mean. But before that, I believe our season is not quite finished yet. Good, I thought you people were going to forget all about the shows we still have left. Who forgot? You're an idiot. Moses smiles. Yes, let's make sure to close out the season. These people deserve a good show. I just hope there are no more surprises. Can't you just ask the stars about that? Gotcha. Dang. It's midnight. Oh no, we're gonna turn back into whatever. Sorry everybody, I think it's time to go. Why were we there for that? Just so we could hear it? I don't know. I don't know why we were there for that. Okay, black screen. Do I have to push a button? After loading everyone back into the train, Moses stands in the train door and turns to me. Well, I suppose it's time to say our farewells, and thank you, Detective Jones. You've already said it. Not us. Thank you. Bye, everyone. Bye. Midnight. It's a cat. We get it. We get it as a cat to the cat counter. Hey, I'm back. Glad to hear that, boss. Good to see you too, Ruth. You little crook. Did you commit any sandwich larceny while I was gone? Did you? Meow. Well, technically it's the same cat from the picture, but it's the real cat, not the picture of the cat, so only a slice of ham or two. Careful, or I'll have to sentence you to 100 more kisses on your furry little head. The fearsome thief does not look even slightly intimidated by that grievous threat from the big scary detective. I was a cat dreaming the whole time. Yeah, that's the big twist. Psh. So, what have I missed while I was gone? Well, Mrs. Jones said that she was going to drop by. You didn't tell her I was John Julius Jones. What is that I heard you had gotten yourself into again? Mom, I'm fine. Whoops, I better duck. And that's the end of the game. Okay. We didn't have the why. I don't know what we were supposed to answer for when. We didn't actually have the why. So, we didn't do a good enough. We didn't do good enough investigating, I guess, to get the why. I wonder who knew. I guess Elise was Elise the only one that knew about the TV show? Or did Aideen know about it? If Aideen knew about it, she did not say anything to anybody. Hey, there's the lemon cake or lemon pie. I think it was a decent game. I do kind of wonder if we could have. It is a question of could we have changed the conclusion if we would have if we would have asked different questions. And I don't know the answer to that. I don't think so. There's the cat again. I'm gonna call that another cat. Boom. I don't think that's the same cat. If I pointed the finger at Moses, we would have avoided getting shut down. And we would have been in charge of, and we would have taken charge of the circus. That would have been funny. And you for playing. Hey, look, I'm in the credits. That's me. I'm me. Or you. Hey, there they all are. That includes Hattie. Isn't that Hattie? Where's that Hattie? Well, I will say the game ended on kind of a crappy note. 5 years later? What? 5 years later. The amazing Hattie, not knowing when the dawn will come, I open every door. Miss Hattie, it's been a while since I've been here to see you, and it's been even longer since everything. It's been 5 years. It's getting bad at keeping track of time in my old age. Just wanted to let you know everyone's doing well. That was the one hope I had after after what happened to you and the circus. Maybe you were watching over them, or maybe you'd find that idea too sentimental and incredibly ridiculous. I hope all's well on the other side. Oh, so we get to find out what happened to everybody? So what have you got there? Pretty much everything, if you know what to ask. We've got beer, vodka, rum, whiskey, scotch, bourbon, gin, champagne, tequila, rye, and lemonade or soda for those who don't feel like partaking. We've got the usual cocktails: martini, Manhattan, Bronx, old-fashioned, daiquiri, sidecar, Jack Rose, gin and tonic, Pimm's, screwdriver, Bloody Mary, pina colada, you name it. If you aren't looking for something special, we got a few house specials you can try out. We got the Coney Island Cyclone, Study of Scarlet, the Magician, the Phoenix, the Little Swallow. Will you let me buy you a drink? No, sorry, I'm working. Come on, your boss won't let you have a little fun. I am the boss. Do you want a drink or not? Guess I'll have a Phoenix then. One Phoenix coming up. Wait, there's one last step. Never get tired of seeing that. I changed my mind. I don't want this one anymore. You ordered it. Well, I changed my mind. Why don't you have it? What's the problem? Scared of a little fire? Tastes amazing. What a shame you changed your mind, huh? Now get out of my bar. I would like to emphasize with everyone, unless you'd like your mouth and your throat burned, blow the fire out before you drink it. I'm a professional. The rest of you should not, I repeat, should not try this at home. How can you even be a professional at that? Well, wouldn't you like to know? Alright, that was Aideen. Apparently she owns a bar. Good for her. That's what she said she was saving up her money to do, didn't she? Mr. Price, please call me Charles. Mr. Price is my father. Well, I should be Senator. It should be Senator Price for him. Right, I forgot. I had to say, I was surprised when he told me you'd be taken over. I had always thought, I heard from Cynthia that you weren't interested in the family business. She wasn't wrong, but once I actually tried my hand at it, it turns out it's not too bad. The worst part was having to work for Richard, but looks like I'm officially putting that behind me too. Wait, till she hears about that. Hey! I'm sure she has plenty of other things to worry about now. By the way, I'm curious, are you, by any chance... Well, you see, I used to take the kids to every circus show when they were younger, and when I saw you, I thought, well, there was this ringmaster. I have no idea what you're talking about. Really? Because the children are big fans. Oh, then you totally have the right idea. That was me, alright. I'm Chip the Clown. And here's Echo. Boy. Hey, did you make these? Yes. That one is $2. Whoa, wait. Do you talk like that with the puppet thing? It's not a puppet, it's a marionette. What does that mean? You want the damn chest or not? I don't want it now. I want... How much for that puppet or marionette or whatever? Not for sale. This one... This is so weird. Where's the sound coming from? Can you talk? Fuck off. You're crazy. Whatever, weirdo. Bye. Alright, I don't know if I'd say Echo's doing well, but hey, he can talk. He can say fuck off. So, that's the chickens taken care of. Well, the horses, cows, and sheep have already been fed for the morning. Right, the horses. How's Pancake doing? I heard about the injury from Craig. There's some inflammation. I gave him a poultice. Well, he'll be alright after some rest. That should teach him not to run so fast. He's not a young colt anymore. Oh, and I switched Obsidian's feed to beet pulp. I found some of his hay unchewed last week. Seems like his teeth have gotten a little too weak for it. Poor buddy. He's older than you. I'm just glad he's still holding on. And I give Buttercup another week before she's gonna give birth, so she's gonna need some extra looking after. Don't worry, I'll check on her. How about Buddy? He needs a walk? Oh, Buddy is going with me. He's a great booth partner, aren't you, Buddy? Everyone loves him at the market. Alright, I've gotta go then. The rain was crazy last night. Hope the road's not too bad, and I can get there before it opens. What are you doing standing around then? All your babies will be fine, I promise. Alright, I'll go. Sorry, we are closed. It's me. Oh, come in. You were in town for the market today? Yeah. Got some eggs and milk left over, so I thought... Oh, thank you. Thank you. How's Pancake? He'll be okay after some rest. Obsidian's holding strong, too. You can come see them. The bar. If you have time. So the farm's been good for you, then? I'm just glad Mr. Hanson let me bring all the animals after Morgan's and after Scott Sweeney. I'm just glad I can find a place for them to live. It's just not the right environment for Peaches or Bitsy, or I'd have brought them too. I hope they're happy with the natural reserve, though. Seems like a peaceful place. The lion and the elephant. Sorry, I'm rambling. I have to thank you for that, by the way. Introduced me to Mr. Hanson. It's not a problem. He came in saying he needed someone who was good with all kinds of animals. Of course, I thought of you. I was worried you wouldn't. Well, what you'd think about settling down in a town like this? I like it. I like being on a farm, too. I've never had a home before like this. I'm glad. Oh, so the eggs is a thank you? Right, my manners. I'll have them, thank you. And please, come in and have a seat. You're closed. I don't want to be... I should go. No, stay. You must be hungry. I'll make you an omelet with these fresh eggs. Alright. I guess... I don't know if that's it, but... Tito, what are you doing here? Aren't you going to join them? Why? Well, it's fun. People perceive fun differently, and I happen to not find those things fun. Okay, what are you playing with then? Tarot cards? What? Like witchcraft things? No, it's a common misconception, but well, many witches practice divination. Reading tarot alone doesn't make you a witch. Divination? Where did you get the cards from? Is anyone teaching you this? Occult stuff? I need to talk to your parents. My parents taught me. What? I think it's better if you give the cards to me. Why? Because you are too young to understand, This might be dangerous, okay? It might summon evil spirits. Do you want that? It's not going to... Whoa, did you say it summons evil spirits? Yes, it's occult magic. Did you say magic? That's wicked. What? Whoa, can you do magic? Like I said, it's just divination. Does that mean you can see the future? It doesn't work like that. You ask the deck a question and it gives you guidance. Oh, can I try? No, I want to go first. I want to know what I'm gonna be when I grow up. That's stupid. I want to know if I'm gonna marry Marilyn Monroe. That's stupid. She's not gonna marry you. Kids, no one is going to do anything with the cards. Tito, please take those home and do not bring them back. I'm going to have to talk with your parents. Fine. You are totally still gonna bring them, right? Can you do your magic thing for me next time? I won't let her see it, I promise. I know a spot. Okay, if you want. I'm totally gonna tell Gracie someone in our school knows magic. She's gonna be so jealous. What have I gotten myself into? Old lady. You're back on that death trap again? Hey, it's Jan. I guess it is 5 years later. So now she's like 17. What can I say? It's just so fun. If you aren't careful, one day you'll fall over and scrape your knee or break your leg. Oh, don't worry. I'm an expert at balancing my weight. So how was work today? You know, the usual. Rescuing lost cats, trailing unfaithful guys, that sort of thing. The boss still putting training wheels on you? Yep, I like the cats. But the guys are boring. Is she a detective? Oh, speaking of the boss, I gotta go up. Bye. Is she my assistant? It's okay. They know no one steals my bike. This kid. She is my assistant. I knew it. Ruth, thief, I'm back. Miss me? Ruth went home early. Her grandson hit someone in school. I knew Frankie had it in him. You better not let her hear you taught him to fight. Why? I told him to only do it to bullies. You tell his teacher that? So, I've got a case for you. Whoa, don't tell me it's another missing cat? Missing parrot, actually. I thought you'd appreciate a chance to hunt down a fellow avian. Haha, funny. Come on, I want to do something more exciting. I didn't wait all this time to just chase birds. No, you waited all this time because your sister and I wouldn't let you be a PI at 13 years old. No, she made me go to high school. 4 years. I had to learn math and how to write in cursive, and I had to read stupid books about idiots falling in love and pretending to be dead, and then they were actually dead. I'm sure your teachers appreciated your summary of the great Shakespearean tragedy. Whatever. The point is, I'm a high school graduate now. I don't want to do more than look for parrots. You'll notice the timer's not going. That's because we basically have beat the game. This is just the epilogue. We got the credits, so the poor parrot is just gonna stay lost. Well, you can look for him, or I'm sure Thief can do it. I'm messing with you. No one is looking for a pet parrot. It's a legit case this time, and before you say anything, I will be supervising. Blah. Fine. I have rules, though. Let's hear them. 1, let me talk to the clients. 2, no figuring out things before me and then being all smug about it. I can't help that. And 3, I get paid on this one. You can have the money if I'm allowed to be smug about things. Really? What? I really like being smug. Deal or not? Fine, deal. To a new case with Detective Jan and her sidekick. Excuse me? Haha. What was up with that picture? What was up with that picture? What was up with that?